This is the popular iPhone XR, which was released by Apple in 2018 alongside the XS and the XX Max, which made a lot of headlines then and it was really groundbreaking. But how well does it hold up in 2024? Is it even still worth buying? Let's talk about it. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to more people. And please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be the first to know when I drop a new video just like this one. Thank you. The iPhone XR was tagged as the cheap phone back then, but because of the economic situation of Nigeria, it's not cheap. It's going for around 200 to 250,000 naira for the 64 gig and the 128 gig respectively. Okay, I'll break this down into 4 categories, right? And comparing it to 2024 standard: the chip, the build, the camera, and the batteries. And maybe we can sprinkle software later and my verdict. First of all, the build. The iPhone XR is made of glass, so I'll advise you use a case. It has got one camera set up at the back and the Apple logo at the back also. It is IP67 dust and water resistant, which in 2024, that is still decent. Moving on to the side, it has got an aluminum frame that matches the color of the device. And talking of colors, we have the black, the white, yellow, blue, orange, and red. The iPhone XR had exciting colors back then in 2018. And you have also got the power button at the right side and the volume button at the left side. The switch button is also at the top side. Still on the build, let's talk about the display, which is kind of dicey. The iPhone XR got a 6.1 inches LCD display with a resolution of 1792 by 828 pixel with a big notch at the top housing the front camera sensors and the Face ID sensors. And we all know Apple Face ID is one of the best in the business. It is fast and safe. And we have a refresh rate of 60 Hz, which is not so good in 2024. But as at that time, it is still okay. But trust me, on this display in 2024, content consumption is still very vibrant, sharp, and contrast. Even with the lower resolution, many of you will find it hard to tell that it is an LCD display. And browsing around the operating system is still very smooth. The animations are also fine. Even when it's not 120 Hz, the display is still kind of better than some devices display in 2024 at this price range, right? Moving on to the chip of the iPhone XR, the popular iPhone XR got an A12 Bionic chip, which is also Apple's second generation of a neural engine. And as you might have guessed, performance on the iPhone XR in 2024 is still very much welcoming. With the A12 Bionic, you will notice very little or no lag at all. I think the A12 and the new MediaTek 8200 chipsets are very much in competition, and the MediaTek edges it a little bit in CPU performance and gaming performance. Bear in mind that the A12 is now around 8 years old. This chip still performed really well in 2024. It will play all the games you throw at it at medium to high graphics with medium frame rate, coupled with 3 gigs of RAM, and we got 64, 128, and 256 gig option. I advise you to go for the 3 gigs of RAM and the 120 gigs of storage option. I know some of you will be like, 3 gigs of RAM in 2024. Remember, this device is made 8 years ago, and we know how Apple does this magic optimization. RAM is not really their priority, and the A12 Bionic still holds up. Moving on to the camera, the iPhone XR just got one main camera and one selfie camera. The iPhone XR got just 12 megapixel main camera at the back, capable of digital zoom up to 5 times. And this camera is capable of shooting very nice pictures in good lighting conditions. At night also is not so good, but this camera can take smart HDR photos with good dynamic range, saturation, and good quality. And in 2024, the iPhone XR camera still holds up in my opinion. And for videos, I have a friend that shoots all our content on the iPhone XR and the videos still look good, as it shoots at 4K, 24, 30, or even 60 frames per second with optical image stabilization, while the front camera is just a 7 megapixel camera that also shoots HDR photos and videos at 1080p 60 frames per second max, which is still very decent in 2024. One area where the iPhone XR is not really holding up is in the area of battery. As at 2018, this device was launched with 2942 mAh battery, And this device won't last you the entire day with a single charge in 2024. And talking of charging, it has got 15 watts of wired charging, and Apple said it will take your phone from 0 to 50 under 30 minutes, which is not so decent in 2024, as we already have 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and we have some devices that are even pushing the limit to 6,000 milliamp hour battery, 7,000 milliamp hour battery. So I strongly advise you to have a power bank with you. I just reviewed the ITEL Powerlight Plus power bank. The video is here. You can check it out right after you watch this video finish. Talking of software, we all know iOS. The software on the iPhone are beautiful, smooth, and we all know that. But to blow your mind, this phone made 8 years ago will still get the latest iOS 18 and all its features. That's a big deal to me. That means you can still hold the iPhone XR for 1 more year. So what is my verdict? First of all, you can't get the new iPhone XR in the market anymore. If you see an iPhone XR with 100% battery health, I suggest you run for your life. The UK use is going for around 200 to 250,000 naira. And for that price, you are not really missing out on much. I guess it's just the battery life, and the power bank solves that. I think the iPhone XR is the best budget device Apple made for the low income earners that is looking forward to break into the Apple ecosystem. But in 2024, you can agree with me that most of its specifications still holds up. If you have the iPhone XR, I would suggest you hold it for 1 more year. And if you just want to get an iPhone, I would also advise you to go for the iPhone 11 instead, as the XR just got the last supported operating system. But if your budget is very slim, I would still advise you to go for the iPhone XR, but make sure you get a power bank. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.